If you're a high-performing woman, you have absolutely zero business with a capsule wardrobe. Now let me tell you why. Because a capsule wardrobe is not going to help a high-performing woman gain more visibility, gain more traction. And at this point of your life and your career, that's really what you need. Now, a capsule wardrobe is not a bad thing. I actually have some clients who I've helped build a capsule wardrobe. It can be highly impactful, especially for people who work from home or do a lot of traveling, people who live lives where they need to really, really easily look good, put together, but don't need a lot of options, and they don't necessarily need to stand out. Okay. Now, when you're a high-performing woman and you're growing on your track and you're now being asked to represent the company during this conference, to be the on-camera present person for this, to lead this group, to do this presentation, the stakes start to get a little higher. And this idea of an easy, put-together capsule wardrobe that has no standout appeal, no stickiness, no strong essence is not going to help, okay? We're in different rooms now. We've got bigger fish to fry because the difference is now the intentionality of the wardrobe, okay? So it's not just about, oh, does that mean that I'm a high-performing woman and I now have to spend all this money and be the trendiest, most fashionable person I know? Absolutely not. Your wardrobe should still serve your intentions. It should still serve what's important to you. But to think that you can get behind a capsule wardrobe that really is built on being clean, standard, and being able to blend in. Let's think about capsule wardrobe. I'm going to share some examples of different looks and work looks that really encapsulate the capsule wardrobe appeal. Okay. Now, these are great looks. I'm sure you see people in outfits like this every day at work. They're not getting coded, right? HR's not calling them to the office. It works. They look pretty comfortable. They probably didn't have to think about it so hard. I love all of this. Nothing about this is bad as long as it fits your lifestyle and your taste, etc. But the thing about the high-performing woman is you know that you are not just in office with the team. You know that you are being called and asked to speak and represent and be front-facing more than everybody else around here. That's why you are who you are and where you are. And so now the bar is kind of being raised on what's required of you. And here's the thing. I don't want you to stress yourself out, but I want you to be aware that things are changing and you can't expect everything to be the same. You're gonna have to level up too. Now, in this leveling up, understand that does not mean, again, high fashion labels, Alexander McQueen. It does not mean all of that. What it does mean is that your looks need to go from being easy, work-appropriate looks to looks that command trust, confidence, elevation, being put together, polished. So you need to look like someone who not only is put together, someone who's thought about every detail of their lives, polished, more polished than everyone else. You need to look more confident and interesting. Why interesting? Well, the interesting part is really, really interesting, right? Because that's going to be part of the sticky factor or visibility. Okay. So that means when it's your turn to be on camera, when it's your turn to be on stage, you are catching their attention immediately. And there are so many ways to do this in a well-tailored, very polished way. It doesn't have to be loud. It doesn't have to be, Mardi Gras, but to command that attention so that you get people's attention right away. And then now the words that you speak are able to grab and impact more people. The problem is if I am now XYZ leader, I'm up here on this level in terms of my company position or even in my industry, right? Because maybe you're an entrepreneur, maybe you've carved your own lane, but now in your industry, you're the big boss or you're the person that they're always calling. That means that you are going to be on stage more. But that also means that you can't be getting lost in the crowds. You can no longer be just someone who passed through the conference. You are now someone who has to be at the conference, be remembered, be visible. I mean, people need to be able to come to you, and immediately, if you're introduced to someone else, they can understand and look at you and say, yes, I understand that that's your position. There needs to be no doubt and no shadow of a doubt, in fact, about who you are and where you stand and where you're going. Because at this level, you are starting to speak at higher frequencies, and people are speaking about you at higher frequencies. So the way that you package yourself tells people everything they need to know. Especially if you think about speaking somewhere. When you speak somewhere, how many times is someone now in the audience coming to you and asking you to speak somewhere else, right? Because the way that you are carrying yourself is how people are going to position you. If you are coming across as the polished, put together, she has her life together, interesting yet alluring and sticky person, it's so easy for them to remember your presence, right? From a science and psychology point of view, think about it. You remember smells, scents, images. There's certain senses, touches. Like the 5 senses are so big because once they're activated in a way that is interesting to us, we remember them. Okay? So we're using our 5 senses to really activate the crowd and the audience and whoever is your audience to remember you. That's important. I want to give you a story, true story happened, okay? So I went to a conference with a friend, okay? Went to a conference with a friend, and of course, I made sure we both looked amazing. You know, I've been styling for over 10 years. It's just part of the thing. So we both looked amazing, and after the conference, a couple days later, we ran into some people from the conference. Now, I didn't know they were from the conference, but they knew we were from the conference. Why did they know? Why did they remember us? They remembered the outfits. Now, were we wearing peacock feathers and Lady Gaga meat dresses? No. We were just 1 or 2 notches of up and above, wearing things that liked us back. And as we're seeing these groups of people, they're like, oh, aren't you coming from this conference? And we're like, yeah, we're coming from this conference. They're like, oh, we are too. And my friend and I looked at each other and we were like, I don't remember them. Now, we didn't say anything, but we didn't remember them. They said what we wore and what we talked about, and they remembered everything. We didn't remember them at all. And this might seem like a minuscule thing. This is a pattern. You need to use human psychology in your benefit at all areas of life, especially the ones you care about. You care about your career, don't you? You care about your growth. You care about applying your ambition. You have goals for where you want to be in the next 2 years, 7 years, and 10 years, and you're on track to do it. But right now, some of the things have to shift. The fact that you are able to really keep your head down and work and kind of be invisible and just get the good work done, it got you right here. And I think sometimes it's hard for people who are hardworking and who have been studious their whole lives to learn that there's a cap to ability. There's a cap, right? In your circle, right? And I'm talking about professionally, whether that's colleagues, whether that's people in your company, whether that's people across the company, in different companies, there gets to a place where the ability kind of stops, okay? You guys kind of end. Same education, you guys have been doing the same thing for a certain amount of time, both been doing it for 10 years, right? Like, you get somewhere and it's like, you guys are kind of neck and neck. Now it's the untangibles. Now it is the untangibles. How much do people like to be around you? Okay. How much do the executives and upper leadership trust you to represent the company? Are they going to tag you or tap you on the shoulder to send you out first? These are the things that start to put you ahead, because at this point, you are both capable to talk about things going on in the company, to represent the company, to do all the things. But at some point, they start to say, who looks like they're ready for the stage? Who looks like they're ready for us to fly them across the country or out of the country to meet with these clients. Who do we feel the most confident in? And this is when your image is speaking for you so loudly. And people don't want to accept this fact. But let me tell you something that happened actually recently. Just in January of 2026 alone, I had 5 different corporations reach out to me. What did they want? They wanted me to come and address their teams. And what did they want me to talk about? The sun, the weather, sports? Not me. I don't know how to talk about any of those things. They wanted me to come and talk to them about their appearance, their image, and first impressions, because they felt that their teams were not getting it. Their teams were showing up to physical meetings, Zoom meetings, client meetings, looking crazy. Well, their words, not mine, because I haven't even seen the people. I haven't seen them yet. I haven't seen them. 5 different companies. I was so surprised. I was like, man, these companies are starting off early, right? This is usually something that they'll sprinkle throughout the year. 5 in January alone were displeased with how their employees and the people on their teams were showing up to meetings. AKA, your bosses are embarrassed by the way you look. And so when it comes time for there to be a conference, something where someone needs to be on camera, something where they need to have a representative, they're looking around stressed. They're like, none of these people should be on that stage. The way that they're looking, this is crazy. Now, once in a blue moon, you'll have a company who loves you guys enough and has enough of a bankroll to hire a stylist and come in and actually do all of the styling for the team. Done that. But for most of you, let me tell you the truth, they won't do either. They will find someone on the outside or they'll wait for someone on the inside to get it. And once they get it, they'll get the promotion. I've seen it. I don't know how many times I've shared so many stories of clients who literally impacted their resume and got a promotion within 3 months of us working together. And their bosses having to say to them, yeah, you really look the part. They can't, the bosses have a hard time really saying what's changed, but you really look the part and, we really trust you to go up there. AKA, you look like someone who should be representing the team and the company. You won't embarrass us. To my high-performing women, my ambitious women, do not let the fact that you've been so studious and hardworking, head down, don't worry about anything, stop you or cap you in your growth. Because you get to a place and it's been all ability. And that next level is going to require more than ability. It's going to require branding from you. It's going to require you looking like you belong on that room, on that stage, in that room, well before you are. And that's when they're going to give you the chance. That's when they're going to give you the opportunity. And that's when, honestly, other companies are going to come hunting, knocking on your door. Because just like I said, I had 5 different companies reach out to me. There are companies everywhere who are saying they're just not getting it. So when you get it, understand that you have an upper hand to all the other people, all the other women who haven't gotten it together yet. Do not see it as a punishment. Just see it as you getting ready for your next level. That's it, and that's all. Now, remember, if you're saying to yourself, Carla, that sounds like exactly what I need, and I know that I've seen that I'm not up to par, but I don't know where to start, you're in the right place. I've been a personal stylist for 11 years now, and I help men and women who are ambitious, entrepreneurial, executives, professional, people who care about how their image is going to impact their life, their income, and their career, okay? And I want to help you. Now, if you want some one-on-one personal help with styling, because that's how I work, then please send an email to contact@creativecliche or send a comment below and we'll get in touch. See you in the next one. Toodles.